Hey guys, it's me, Vix123, with some more Team Combat Axe gameplay, and I'm going to be doing another Q&A question and answer, and that is because I'm going to be doing this a little bit differently this time, because I know a lot of people do Q&A videos, and, you know, they're asked all sorts of questions about themselves, and we're like, I do this, and I do that, and I do this, and the other, and I did one a little while ago, but I think I'm going to switch it up. What I've asked people on my Facebook and Twitter page, links to which are in the description, what I've asked them to do is to ask me non-personal questions, so not like, what are you doing then, what, you know, do you plan on doing there, that kind of stuff, rather than stuff about me, but more about my thoughts on things. I thought that 180 was fairly nice on that kill there, so more kind of like my ideas on things and my opinions and that kind of stuff. And I think that gives, you know, you guys more to, you know, respond to in the comment section, and it's less me. So, yeah, that is the idea. And the first question, and this is going to give me a fair bit of variety as well. So the first question is a pretty cool one. So here we go. What do you think of the findings of horse meat in different kinds of meat sold in the UK? So if you're from America, you may or may not know about this, but there's been a quote-unquote scandal where you know, big supermarkets have been selling basically meat products that don't contain what's on the tin. So, for example, they're selling beef burgers which contain traces of horse meat. Or even just horse meat, and you know, there's been a huge uproar about this. It's been all over the news and the media, but personally, my opinion is that meat is meat, and it's, you know, mostly the same stuff. I'm not going to complain about me eating horse meat or cow meat. You know, it's pretty much the same stuff, although kind of the principle behind it, you know, I do understand that if people are buying, you know, processed food, then it is kind of bad that companies, you know, supermarket chains have got away with selling stuff that's not on the packet, because, you know, while this example isn't exactly terrible, you could see that, you know, definitely being, you know, there could be an issue in the future like, oh, yeah, that wasn't sugar on those cakes, that was cocaine, and now everyone's completely tripping out. That's obviously a ridiculous example, but, you know, I understand the principle is, it's not very good at all. There's that suicide stun in the gameplay. Gotta hate situations like that when there's no real way out. And another question, does the idea of Google Glass make you think technology is kind of reaching a next level, and how far do you think it could go? And I think definitely the Google Glass looks incredible. It looks absolutely crazy. How am I missing so many axes on that guy? You can tell I'm raging out in the game. But like I say, yeah, the Google Glass development, I think, is crazy, and it is really groundbreaking. I think it's, like I said in my last video about 3D printing, I think it's going to be another one of those things that, you know, is revolutionary. And there's been, you know, several throughout time. I think, you know, electricity was a huge revolutionary thing. You know, the internet was a huge thing. You know, cars, you know, air travel, all that kind of stuff. And honestly, who knows what's possible? I mean, literally, 30 years ago, like, even smartphones, they just wouldn't have believed it, you know, even mobile telephones. So, what we could be seeing in, you know, even longer than 10, 15, 20 years could just be completely mind-boggling. So, it's exciting stuff, definitely. So, anyway, on to the next question. Just got to scroll up to find one that isn't asking stuff about me. What are your thoughts on gun DLC in Black Ops 2? Yeah, I think it's great. I've said this before. It's cool that they've added it in. And someone said, what do you think about the idea of introducing a Killstreak DLC? Now, that is a cool idea. That had never occurred to me or come across to me as an idea. But yeah, I think that wouldn't unbalance things too much, as long as they were careful with what they brought in. And it, yeah, just would add a nice, unique new element. I think that would be crazy if they added in something, you know, really unique, random, crazy. I may message one of the people at Track, be like, dudes, Killstreak DLC, but probably would not get listened to. But hey, that's an interesting idea. I like that. Okay, so let's scroll up and see if we can... Okay, NextGen Consoles, PS4, Xbox 360. Which is it going to be? I watched the whole of the PlayStation 4 conference where they announced it until something like 4 in the morning with a couple of other YouTubers. And interesting thoughts, and obviously only the PS3 has been announced, so I can't yet decide on which one I'm going to get. My gut instinct would be to go Xbox, because the 360 just destroyed the PS3. But at the same way, the PS2 was an amazing console, and if Microsoft had gone after PlayStation rather than Xbox, maybe things would have been completely different. So I'm entirely open-minded for the PS4. Some of the games, you know, the exclusive games, I'm not too interested in, but that's probably just past experience of having an Xbox, loving my Halo and that kind of stuff. But you know, it could really go any way, and just got to wait on those. And personally, this is just my take on it, I think those are going to be the last gaming consoles that there are. I think everyone's going to switch to PC, you know, in 8-9 years time once these new next-gen consoles are getting old. I mean, guys, in the comment section, are you going to be getting the next-gen consoles? Would be good to get a kind of spread of opinion, see what everyone's interested to, because I know a fair few people will stay on the old consoles. You know, there'll be games like GTA 5 releasing just before the new consoles. You know, people will probably be happy just jamming out on them on the old console. So that is an interesting topic point. And now this one, I'm definitely going to go for this one. Okay, so what do you think about the whole Sophie Jay scandal? I love how this has been called scandal. It's just something that happened on Twitter. So basically there was a quote-unquote girl gamer, whatever, called, well, supposedly called Sophie Jay, who basically played FIFA. I'm not sure if the character, well, the person made videos or not, but anyway, a load of the guys I know who have FIFA channels in the UK, you know, followed on Twitter, talked to her, all that kind of stuff, and then they found out that it actually wasn't a her. The account tweeted out a picture showing like an error message on the TV, and in the reflection it was a guy, and everyone just started going off. Like, this had been going on for like a year. I think this person had been around or something like that. I don't know everything about it, but it's quite hilarious that, you know, that can happen on the internet, you know, and basically everyone just started going like mad, and then the Twitter account just got deleted, everything deleted, disappeared, and it was quite hilarious. But you know, some people have been like, well, that was interesting. You never know with Twitter. There's always something interesting going down on Twitter, guys. If you don't have Twitter, I would seriously recommend getting it. You know, it's where I do most of my conversing, and a lot of interesting and funny stuff goes down. So yeah, I would recommend getting on Twitter, following me at Vixdon23. Thanks for watching, hope you have enjoyed. If you want to see more stuff like this in the future, let me know, and also feel free to check out other random weapon gameplays combat axe gameplays by clicking the links on screen in this outro, which has been running for ages now. So I'm going to go. Bye.